Our next guest is a national treasure, an ARIA-winning, chart-topping singer-songwriter. She celebrated 20 years since The Sound of White with a massive tour and a brand new album,
I'm ready.
The Second Act.
The second act.
Please welcome Missy Higgins.
Here she is.
Thank you.
A legend in the studio. You have no idea how often we talk about you in here.
Oh,
we
really?
All,
All
normally,
good things, don't worry.
there's like it's like two against one, or like one person's in disagreement.
Yeah.
We all love you.
Oh,
I
thank
think
you.
everyone does, though.
Yeah,
There are plenty of people
Take
that
a
don't,
number.
but I appreciate it.
Name them.
Name and shame.
No, I just try to pretend they don't exist.
Yeah.
Isn't that the best way to just get through this
Yeah,
wild ride that we're all on?
I remember coming in the studio though after I saw your Sound of White show, the second act,
Yeah.
and I talked about how much I cried.
Yeah,
So-
it was the most rave review I've ever heard.
Yeah, cried in a good way. People
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. Tim, you came to my house right after the show, and I've
That's
never
right.
seen
Needed
him
company.
that emotional. Like his eyes were all like, so he was like,
you.
and you just couldn't stop raving
Yeah.
just about the beautiful stories that you were telling and the stories that you tell through your music and all of how personal they are. And I think,
That's nice.
there's a lot of,
And as we discussed
feels
in my
there.
podcast, we share an experience. I didn't write an album about it though. I just come on here and do dick jokes.
I always say I said to my band though before the tour started, I'm like, if there's any newly separated people or single parents that come to this show, they're going to be, can I say that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fucking
Go Missy Higgins.
devastated.
Devastated.
Because it's so, it's just the saddest thing that
Yeah.
I've ever written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so honest, and I don't hold back about any of the shame and the guilt that comes from divorce, and like there's all this stuff that's just dagger to the heart, and I
Yeah.
always feel like I have to apologise profusely throughout the show because
Yeah.
I can hear the audible sobbing.
Well, I
in the
was coming out for a
audience.
good night, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden there's a
You're just
line.
like, woo, weeping.
Oh.
There's a line in The Complicated Truth, which is I played to my kids actually about my situation and about walking past the empty bedrooms. And
Yeah.
then, you're like, holy shit, Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to bop along to Scar at this 20th anniversary.
Yeah, but we got there. We got there.
We got there.
But like it's something so personal and so hard to write about, and things that are so raw and so personal. How do you? It takes a lot of courage to actually go there and write songs about it, and I'm sure there's ones that didn't quite get the message out 100% the way you wanted, but to actually write about those things is really hard to do.
Yeah, it is, but I think for me it's always been a matter of survival. Like I can't. I've tried seeing therapists and it doesn't work. Like I can't
Oh, I know.
express. I'm not good at it. I'm not
No,
good at
neither.
the back and forth, share private things with each other thing. But writing songs, sitting down and figuring out what I'm going through my lyrics that's just been my way, my whole adult life now. That's how I figure things out and get through the difficult parts. And I don't know. And then playing them to an audience is terrifying at first, but it feels so gratifying when people can relate to what you're doing and they respond warmly. And, it's not that terrifying if you've been doing it for 20 years.
Well, because there's also so many people that have gone through, like you were saying, the exact same thing, and you find kind of solace in like each other's pain, and the
Yeah.
fact that something so beautiful can come out of something that's so extremely difficult is the amazing thing about songwriting.
I think that's the thing. And when there's something very gratifying about taking a really huge, almost unmanageable emotion and just distilling it into this like 3.5 minute song that's really beautiful and sums up what you're feeling so perfectly.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it helps make it small enough to be able to kind of process it and then move on.
Yeah, I was saying like you're Australia's answer to Adele. Are you shooting out shirts at your concerts?
Is that
with
what
a
she
shirt
does?
cannon? Yeah.
I think we were going to say
She
you're
does.
shooting up.
Yeah,
Are you shooting up as well?
I don't think Adele does
Is that the
either.
secret to her success, really? Okay.
Speaking of raw things, what with the song "You Should Run"? How do you feel about prospective dates with a song like that?
Really bad.
maybe if you're looking at dating Missy, don't listen to the album until you're well into the relationship.
This album's not going to get me any dates. It's certainly not going to get me laid.
You got me $200 though once.
How come?
I was on Celebrity Cash Cab. I know I will do photos after Missy. It's fine. And yes, and the question was a name. Missy Higgins' album was The Sound of White, and I got it correct. And $200 for a
my God,
20-year-old Joel Creasy.
at.
I know.
You didn't spend it all at once, did you?
I was in Perth, so I spent it on a coffee.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, we also should talk about, because you are way too young to be inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame, but then when I realised I met you over 20 years ago at the ARIAs when your debut
I'm
album
ancient.
debuted
you
at
look
number
amazing.
one. Yes. How are you feeling? Because you're obviously a huge company. You've got Jet and Casey Chambers, as you said, friends of yours, but also AC/DC and John Farnham and, as I mentioned, Tina Arena. I was in the room. The speech was long.
Heard of him? Oh, wasn't it just? Poor Kylie was standing behind her for hours.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, wow.
Tina likes a long story.
But how are you feeling? November 20 ARIAs.
Yeah, it's a massive honour, and I'm completely taken aback, really. I didn't see it coming. I mean, it's not one of those things where you go, when are they going to induct me? TikTok, guys. How embarrassing. So, yeah, I was really, really surprised. But it's a huge honour because it just means whoever it is that has decided has considers my work over the past 20 years to be worthy, contributing to the Australian music industry.
It's nice to give people a nod. Like, so I feel like so often people get, I think, their flowers and the respect that they deserve once they've passed.
Yeah, posthumous.
Yeah,
Is that the
it's
word?
They
nice.
shuffle out onto the stage like, oh,
Where
my
am
she's
I?
looking terrible.
Yeah, it's nice to give
I've
people
got it
their
when
flowers.
I can remember
You can walk.
actually getting the award.
And I see, is this your emotional support drink bottle? Are you one of those people? It's a very fancy one.
No, it's just, what do you mean emotional support?
Have you
Is
not
that a
heard?
thing?
Yes. Blackers has got his emotional support
really?
drink bottle. He's a Stanley
I've
user,
got my
of
emotional
course.
support V, just to
Yeah.
get me through.
Okay. No,
And I've got
I
my
just get
emotional
dry
support
mouth.
meds up here, so we're all good.
I've got those too, don't you worry.
Well, as I mentioned to you, it's good to be too young for the Hall of Fame, just not too young for the in memoriam section.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Nailed it.
we're all good. The speech is going to be great. I can't wait to see it. November 20. You're here for Quick Draw. You played last in 2018. So thanks for coming
Okay.
back all this time.
Wow.
You're
Very
welcome.
busy. Very busy making wonderful music.
I'll throw to our Prime Minister with the rules for you, though.
I'm Anthony Albanese, and these are the official Quick Draw rules. Tim will give a category and a letter. The first to yell out a correct answer gets a point. The first answer you yell out is locked in. Best out of 7 wins. Ultimately, Tim will exercise his discretion.
Thank you, Albo. We'll do a practice question. We'll come back and play
He's a team
for
player,
real.
isn't he?
I
Albo?
know.
Good on him for doing that.
His
That's fun.
discretion.
That's a bit of fun.
Who's playing?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I got shellacked last week by who was that? I can't remember. It was so embarrassing.
Everyone that you've ever played.
I'm not having a great quick draw.
I think it was
here,
Celia
Missy.
Piccola last time.
Celia Piccola
I didn't
took
pay
me
attention
down.
to any of those instructions, though.
Are you not listening to
Is
our
that
Prime
okay?
Minister?
No.
I got your back.
I was just thinking the whole time, who roped him into doing this?
Well, I did.
That's hilarious. You
We're
did.
at his house, and we actually even got him to re-record it because it was like, oh, can we do it again? You popped a bit.
Got it perfect. Got to get
love
that
it.
perfect audio.
I'll do a practice question and we'll
She's
come
up.
back.
She's competitive.
This is
Jeez,
practice
should
question.
I get up too?
Do it. Yeah, do it.
Do
I've got
you
your
want.
back.
Do you?
Pushing
boo.
the seat out. Getting real.
So you don't have to do a name as your buzzer. Just yell out your answer. Name something a person might yell at a gig starting with W.
Take it off. Oh, that doesn't.
Well.
Missy Higgins is here going to play Quick Draw for real when we come back.
Ricki-Lee, Tim and Joel's Quick Draw.
It's so good to have Missy Higgins in the studio. The second act is out now, and you can catch Missy on her second act encore tour because I've seen the show. It's unbelievable. Tickets at missyhiggins.com. You're playing the Opera
I'm
House
gonna go.
forecourt. You're playing Kings Park in Perth, which is stunning venue. What else you got in there?
Oh, I want
Sydney
to.
My Music Bowl in Melbourne.
That'd be amazing.
I
Wow.
want to come and see
Bowral?
you, Kate Miller Highkey.
Oh, Barrel.
Yep. a few Day on the Greens as well, chucked in. For
Oh, you're
good pleasure.
doing a day on the green as well.
Yes, there's a little. I see a little Mount Cotton in there.
Yeah. Is that what you're playing as well?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
nice.
doing Barossa, Mount Cotton, and another.
Are you
You're
on the
doing
same
Barrel. We're
day?
doing, no,
I was
very
gonna,
different.
I was going to do two birds, one stone there, but
Well, you're
no.
gonna get a jet
I'll
and just jet around?
No, I'm going to come to Barossa Valley because you and Kate Mill Highkey. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be in heaven.
Well,
Match
tickets
made
at
in heaven.
missyhiggins.com. Thank you. I noticed how she's missyhiggins.com and not .au.
Oh, someone bought,
Ooh, matter of contention right there.
joelcreasy.com off me and tried to sell
How
it back to me for
embarrassing.
$10,000.
Oh, my God.
How embarrassing is .au?
Were you like, I'm worth more than that?
I whacked a .au on the end. I wanted to add .org, but I thought it stood for something else. It's actually an organisation.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What did you think it stood for?
Oh, what do you reckon?
Orgy.
I thought so, but I wouldn't think that you would.
joelcreasy.org.
Yeah.
All right, let's play for real. It's best of 7, Ricki v Missy.
So, just to recap, I'm just shouting out the answer to the question.
Yeah, but
With the
starting with the
letter.
letter that I said.
Yeah. I did take it off, but it was Ricki went
First
with
thing that came.
well,
I saw
I mean,
which is a weird thing to yell.
does anyone
actually.
shout out well at a concert, Ricki? Let's
Well,
be
We
real.
don't have fact checkers here, so
I'm here. I'm scoring. I don't have a pen, but I've got a good memory.
I did see Missy at Channel 9 on Tuesday and she's like, do I have to play a game when I come in? I'm like, of course you do.
Are we going to spin a fucking wheel? Or something?
We do that on
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Name a breed of cat starting with S.
Siamese.
cat.
Oh,
Missy
Siamese.
Higgins.
Wonderful. There
I
you
don't
go.
even know.
One.
So period.
I don't even know if that is real.
Yeah, you could just have to finish it.
Yeah.
I did.
Did you?
Cat.
Okay. Question number 2. Name something you might choke on starting with D.
Dick.
Oh, my God.
I knew. That
Did you
was
say
coming.
the same thing?
Oh, my God.
I did.
I think Ricki was just in first.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
Of course she was.
Surprise.
Typical.
Question number 3. Name something you would hold on stage starting with an M.
Microphone.
Microphone.
Microphone. Michael Jackson.
1. Ricki-Lee v Missy Higgins.
Name something you might find buried in your backyard starting with T.
Tits.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
I think you got a free reign here, I think,
Can
Missy.
I have another guess?
No, it's first answer. Remember?
T-bone.
Yep.
Ultimately,
Steak.
Tim
T-bone.
will exercise his discretion.
Thank you, Albo.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you'd bury a T-bone steak, but it is.
I mean,
better than a
can
tit.
you think
It's
of a
better
better
than a
answer?
tit.
Maybe a
Yeah.
dog would. A tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Usually
Tools,
buried,
time
but-
capsules, toys, treasure.
yeah. Time
okay.
capsule.
Right. Now you're showing off.
You had me a time
Okay.
capsule.
Gotcha.
All right, it is a 2 apiece. Is that right, Joe?
That is correct, Tim Blackwell.
Just checking with my score master
I
over
know.
here.
I'm a little bit.
Put it
I'm
all
a
up
little
here in his
muffin.
memory.
Name an Arnott's Bicky starting with A. Come on, there's a famous one. Has root in it.
Arrowroot.
Yeah.
Or you could have just said
that was hard.
on it something.
Assorted creams and Zac biscuit.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, time capsules.
Yeah.
I just had Kingston in my head and then I
Yeah,
couldn't
so
get
did
that
I.
out.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
3 points to Ricki, 2 points to Missy Higgins, and Missy, you need to get this next question correct to stay in the
And
game.
doesn't that show you Arnott's have been a company for like 150,000 years and they've been advertising for their whole lives and no one knows any of their biscuits?
Yeah. But I've had every single one.
Yeah, of course.
For the win, Ricki, to stay in the
my gosh,
game,
okay.
Missy, name something you'd write on a card starting with S.
Sorry for your loss.
What a great answer! What a great answer!
Wow. Is that a tiebreaker?
That is a tiebreaker.
Love it.
Oh, this is good.
It's a good game. That was a great. That was one of our
was a really
best
good
answers
answer.
this year.
Okay.
Yeah, especially the way you delivered it.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, sorry
I
about
write
it.
those cards all the time.
It's an album title in that. All right, here we go. Question number 7 for the win. Name something you'd cook in the oven starting with G.
Greek chicken.
Greek chicken. I don't think that's a thing.
I'll have to give it to you.
Greek chicken. Well, you better make some.
oregano, garlic.
Okay.
Sure.
I can't think of anything else, so I'll give it to you as well.
The second act is out now. You must be very proud of it. It's a beautiful album.
I am. Thank you.
And the tour, go see Missy in summer, outside, beautiful
Yes.
venues. MissyHiggins.com is the place
love
to
you.
go.
Thanks, guys. Are you going to come along?
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ricki-Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.